Hello. Welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker patch 6.1 today. If you didn't see on my Twitter, basically we already had one person out and then another person had to call out last minute. So that's why we're doing more patch 6.1 stuff instead of doing P4S prog. So, I brought myself back here so we can talk to Kryl. A divine dilemma. I also took some screenshots while I was here. Greetings, I am Kryl of the Students of Baldessian. Do I have the pleasure of addressing Derek, the explorer who sought aid in investigating this place? And the Oppo, it's back. I am Derek, and this here is a baby Oppo. Does it have a name? Yes, I can see that. Doesn't it have a name? None that I know of. Nor would I presume to bestow one, for that would be condescending. What? Condescending? Alright. I see. That's very considerate of you. So, I understand you explored the various Phantom Realms with Derek. Will you recount to me the experience? Okay, so I actually went in a couple times. I beat up 4 gods. And 3 of their pets. A bird and 2 lions. So, while the gods tested you sorely, you did not sense any malicious intent. As Byragot said, they wish to do battle with us, but 'twould seem they do not necessarily wish to cause us harm. Though much and more about this perplexes, mayhap 'tis safe to assume that they are not primals. As you may recall, Livingway once told us that the art of summoning, as taught by the Asians, incorporates the fervent desire to assimilate others into one's belief. Thus do the resultant primals seek to enthrall worshippers, who in turn seek to grow their ranks. These beings appear to harbor no such desire. If they are primals, then they are unlike those that have been summoned in recent memory. We might suppose that they were created in antiquity in like manner to Hydaelyn, but there is no way to prove it. Who could they possibly be, and why do they desire battle with man? Even of your little Eorzea, you know, precious little. True identities of the 12, for instance. Oh, Emmett. Couldn't have just told us anything, could you? Emmett Selk did say that, didn't he? Oh. Wait, was Graha there? I guess he was. Emmett Selk did say that, didn't he? By which we may assume he knew the truth, and challenged you to seek it out too. Suffice it to say you'll do so, of course. Sure. Insofar as we can ascertain, this is a matter which has implications for the entire star. In light of this, the students of Baldessian formally accept the commission. We will investigate the Phantom Realm and the beings who call themselves the 12. I'm pleased to hear that. Thank you. Without further ado then, I'll take a look around. There are a few things I'm curious about. Then, with your permission, I will take myself around Eorzea and investigate the worship of those gods we encountered. Jel, Derek, seeing as you've already seen this place, would you care to accompany me? Sure. By all means, in which case... Could you stay here with Cryle, my friend? It wouldn't do to leave a fair maiden alone. Ook ook. I shall be glad for the company. Take care then, and good luck. All the talls go and all the smalls stay. Oh boy. Oh, okay. So, to explain my plan, 'tis believed that the 12 were already worshipped during the Third Astral Era, when the Allagan Empire flourished. Come the Fifth Astral Era, those nations that fought in the War of the Magi... Magi? Magi? Each took one of the 12 as a guardian deity. This practice has continued to the present day in Eorzea, with some notable regional differences. For instance, Ishgardians hold Halone as absolute, while Shylians enjoy a moderate relationship with Thaliak. By visiting various locations in Eorzea and learning about the 12 as they are worshipped, I hope to identify any similarities or differences between them and the beings we encountered. In doing so, I believe we will draw closer to the truth of their identities. For our first destination, I propose we take ourselves to Rhalgr's Reach. The place is holy ground for worshippers of the Destroyer, and promises to yield useful details. Okay. Rhalgr's Reach, huh? Last time I went there was to get gear for, Reaper. By that I mean my, chainsaw scythe. Alright. I am a snowman. Okay, where are we going? Up onto the bridge. Don't mind me. Just the random snowman. Oh, I got here first? Makes sense. There you are, Jel. This place served as the base of operations for your investigation into Omega, did it not? How delightful to be here together. If you don't mind my making an observation, it seems you enjoy traveling with company. I do. It's something I had dreamed of for a long time. Sure, there's nothing like traveling with good friends. I think both of these are true. Is that so? What of yourself? Do you normally travel alone? Aye, in my wanderings I much prefer to have solitude. Not that I avoid people or communities, mind you. As a matter of fact, I've been here before, on the trail of the Phantom Realm. Now that I think on it... More often than not, those places where Phantom Realm sightings are known to occur have a tradition of 12 worship. Then I dare to hope that we are on the right track. As I'm sure you know, Rhalgr's Reach is home to the Temple of the Fist, the ancient headquarters of the Fist of Rhalgr. Yeah, I've been there. Raised by the Mad King Theodoric? The temple lay abandoned before the Alamegan resistance claimed it for its operations. While I doubt that much literature has survived over the years, the people here may possess some knowledge of the local faith. So, let us split up and make inquiries, and reconvene here afterwards to share findings. Okay. Well, they all took those paths, which means I gotta go to the statue. Actually, guess I do actually need to go to the statue. Okay. You read the words inscribed on the monument. Blood storm. Oh. A storm of blood approaches fast. Hell's open heavens weep. For no one's soul doth lie beyond the measure of his reach. Once upon a time, Lys explained to you their meaning, that we must prepare ourselves for the strife and sorrow that will inevitably come. Yep. Oh. I guess I can use this one. Okay. Oh, it's Derek. Learned anything thus far? Bloodstorm. Oh, if it isn't Gel, is this man perchance a friend of yours? When last you visited, he shared with me the tales he heard on his journeys. What amazing tales they were. If you have time, I'd love to hear both of your stories. Alas, we're in some haste. We're investigating the worship of Rhalgr and seek literature on the subject. Religious texts and the like. Can any still be found here? Just about all of it is gone, sadly. Destroyed by the Empire, if not the Mad King before that. We haven't lost everything. The mighty image of the Destroyer, the tales we share at the campfire like the legend of our nation's founding. We still have these things. They were a source of great comfort and strength to us in our darkest moments. I see. If you don't mind, I would be obliged to hear your stories this time. Jill, rest assured I have this well in hand. Feel free to carry on as you were. Okay. Oh, I'm the polar bear. Okay. Just have a lot of, event mounts. I can do this. Okay, let's see. Oh, Namaro. Oh, a woman. Yes, if you have some business, please make it quick. I'm due to meet with someone any moment now. Forgive me my delay. Oh. Why, if it isn't the adventurer who kindly escorted me to the Temple of the Fist? Are you studying monks too, perchance? If so, you ought to work together with me and my colleague here. Few things are finer than joining heads with like-minded folk. Okay. I guess. Researching the worship of the Destroyer, you say? Why didn't you mention it sooner? What this? This is a copy of Destructivity, a scripture of the Fist of Rhalgr. The original is one of the few texts that survived the temple's razing and is in the safekeeping of one Professor Eric. I went to the trouble of having this made for my colleague, only for her to say she doesn't need it, so I will offer it to you instead. Lest you forget, this is your passion, not mine. I'm simply assisting you as a favor, and I'd thank you not to put us in danger. Ah, but danger is the crucible in which the monk tempers body and mind. So sublime, monks. You say so. Well, we had best return to our work. Till next time, adventurer. Bye. Oh, okay. Oh, careful of the bats. I got a book. Let's see. Okay, back to where we started, like they said in the cutscene, but I just wanted to double check. Look at all these people. That one's really tall. Taller than me. Where are my friends? There's one. Oh, there's the other. Joe, what were you able to learn? I got a book. A copy of one of the scriptures, you say? A moment while I skim over it. Ralger. Monks. I see. This chapter appears to be a record of the construction of the great image of Ralger, written in a style that suggests folklore was committed to parchment. When the deluge of the sixth umbral calamity threatened Eorzea, the ancestors of the Algamegans were guided to safety by a comet. Believing that it was sent by Ralger, they came to hold him in the highest. This much of the tale I had been familiar with. But according to the scripture, among those refugees who followed the comet, some claimed to have caught sight of Ralger himself. Their accounts were passed down through the centuries, and worshippers of the destroyer pieced them together to give shape to yonder statue. I must say, it bears more than a passing resemblance to the being we encountered. Were that Ralger a primal, the explanation for the similarities would be simple. That is, the statue gives rise to a unified interpretation of Ralger's appearance, which in turn lends form to the primal. However, this fails to account for what transpired... This fails to account for what inspired the likeness in the first place. If the scripture is to be believed, it was the sightings during the sixth umbral calamity. Yet for those witnesses to be able to recognize Ralger, they would have needed an agreed-upon idea of his appearance beforehand. If we then consider the history of 12 worship that had already existed in the third astral era, it would not be ridiculous to think that these divinities existed even prior to that. Okay. So the question is, did these beings give rise to their respective faiths, or are they primals born of them? Good question. I thought we had made it clear. Oh, we are not summoned beings. Well, are they here with Byragot? Wait. You're not gonna... Oh. Hawk with Ralger's voice. Since time immemorial, our domains have lain scattered across Eorzea. As a matter of fact, one of those in which you set foot is nearby. Just not unusual for mortals to glimpse us. Okay. That voice, could they be... Indeed, I am Byragot, and the hawk beside me is Ralger. I shall elaborate upon my master's explanation. We thus disguise ourselves when we wish to observe the world without, for being seen in our true forms would violate our laws of conduct. Yet, though we similarly disguise our sanctums, veiling them in illusion, rents are known to manifest when the surrounding aether is unstable. In such a time, should a gifted mortal chance to be near, they may inadvertently catch sight of us. Of course, during an umbral calamity, etheric imbalance occurs on a star-wide scale, the ideal condition for seeing the Phantom Realm. Precisely how many times we have been seen, we ourselves have no way of knowing, but it is a sound assumption to make. Well, Byragot, I believe that much shall suffice by way of an apology for our deception. Shall we? Okay. Indeed, that is all we are at liberty to reveal. Fare you well, children of man. I like that it's a little Spriggan and a hawk. Does that mean Azima's gonna be like a lion cub if we see her? Oh, Nald Thalby. A mammoth? Hmm. Well, aside from the reticence where it concerns their identity and objective, these divinities are certainly approachable. It's true. If what they said was true, then their worship can be traced back to their sightings. It would serve to explain one thing. According to my research, in the field of comparative mythology, Rhalgr is often observed to bear many similarities to Ramu. Assuming both were inspired by the Rhalgr of the Phantom Realm, their divergence may be attributable to differences in culture between man and sylph. So you believe that they gave rise to the prevailing faiths of Eorzea? Given available evidence, yes, I'm inclined to. Yet none of this explains their presence. How and when did beings of such power come into existence? Oh, 'tis you, Cryle. Has something happened? Truly? Very well. I shall take care of it. Huh? Cryle has recruited an acquaintance to aid in our investigation, an authority on mythology. Must go and receive her at the Sunken Temple of Karn, where she is currently conducting fieldwork. After a brief detour to prepare a little something. Conveniently, Thanalan is home to countless adherents of Nald Thal. While I tend to business, may I ask the two of you to make inquiries in Ul'dah? Very well. Why is Derek acting so shady? Excellent. I'll join you as soon as I'm able. By your leave. Alright, so to Ul'dah. Oh, speak with Derek? Okay. So, it's to be just you and me in Ul'dah. I suppose it can't be helped. What's wrong with being with me in Ul'dah? What strange manners for the one who proposed the survey to so promptly abandon it. I'll not lie, I'm not given to working one-on-one with another, but I suppose I agreed to this arrangement. Well, we had best be on our way. Wow. As I recall, Sacrarium is still closed for construction, so let us try our luck at Arzeneth Ossuary. You have no objection to traveling separately, I trust? Good, I shall see you in Ul'dah. Okay, I mean, I'm just gonna teleport there. Harumph. Okay, that's the, Thaumaturge Guild teleport. I think. Should be. Yes. I remember. The ossuary is where you do some alchemist stuff. Oh, look at all these eggs. Alright. Derek. Hi, Derek. Ah, you're here. How did you get here before me? Of the deific twins Nald Thal, here they worship Thal, who keeps the realm of the dead and weighs the worth of men's souls. In contrast, Nald keeps the world of the living and oversees their financial fortunes. Their names are borne by many a location, and religious organizations, some extremely wealthy and powerful, exist to nurture faith in them. Did they have a sword? On the surface, it may seem strange that a hub of commerce such as Ul'dah would be home to such spiritual people, but it's actually quite logical when one considers that their religion is, in essence, commerce. In any event, Nald Thal is a truly unusual divinity. What was originally held to be one god came to be worshipped as twins. Indeed, rather than two distinct entities, that which we encountered was a single being possessed of two personalities. Did I mishear? Did he just say they encountered Nald Thal? While his appearance differs somewhat to the divinities worshipped, it cannot be denied that there are striking similarities in their nature. Perhaps we should avoid talking about that here. Forgive me, this is hardly the place for such a conversation. Let us continue it elsewhere. Okay, goodbye. Oh. It's talking out loud. Oh yeah, we saw a deity. 'Twas careless of me to openly speak of our encounter with a divinity within a place where he is worshipped. Hereon I shall exercise greater caution. Thank you for alerting me to my indiscretion, and ask that you keep it between us. Oh, I thank you. Now then, to finish our conversation, as I mentioned, though Nald Thal is worshipped by men appear somewhat different, there are undeniable similarities in their nature. I believe we may report this much to Grahatia. With that, our work here is done. Rather than waiting for a companion to arrive, perhaps we might seek him out at the sunken temple. You mentioned needing to make a detour. Were we to set out now, we ought to be able to catch up to him. Oh, it's the bunny. After all, we hardly know one another. Rather than loiter with an unfamiliar person, 'tis better to use our time productively, wouldn't you agree? Okay. Then let us head to the sunken temple of Karn at once. Okay. Well, let me go. It's been so long. Great. It's like, what quest haven't I done here? It's leave meets. No one cares about leave meets. I can't fly any higher. Okay, it's fine. Karn's just over here. Oh. Hello? You're here, thank goodness. I found this woman collapsed, though I can see no obvious injuries. By her attire, she appears to be some manner of scholar. Really? Water. Food. In my bag. Please. I see. Joe, may I trouble you to find her bag? I'll stand lookout in the meantime. Okay. Bag's somewhere out here. Huh. Examining the bag, you find a skin with a little water left, but it appears to be no provender. For now, you decide to take the water to the woman. So thirsty, so hungry. Here you go. Have a little water. Not enough food. I need food. I have not save dried meat, tough as leather. Do you have anything easier to consume? Yeah, I guess. Oh, it's Graha. Jill, Derek, what are you doing here? Actually, that can wait. She's a little hungry. Steady. Snowgime? I brought you Archon loaf and coffee, made sweet and creamy, just as you like it. I don't like the sounds that made. I am reborn, washed down with a sweet beverage. The life-giving nutrients of Archon loaf permeate my being from head to toe. Thank you, kind stranger. However you knew my preferred source of sustenance, you truly are. Oh, you are truly a godsend. Oh, it's you, Raha. What brings you here? I don't recall mentioning my fieldwork. It's for my research in the Baladians' worship of Azima, you see. Haven't you heard from Kryle? The students are presently investigating the 12, and we would prevail upon your expertise. May I introduce Snowgame? Expert mythologist. She is a collaborator of the students. Like many a Charlian scholar, is passionate about her endeavors to the point of forgetting to eat. Seeing as she has recovered, may I ask the two of you to tell her about the Phantom Realm? So there is a realm that's near ours but not, and it has the 12 in it. The 12 abide in the Phantom Realm, and you exchange not only words with them, but blows besides? Incredible. Your description of the domains, a thunderous tower in one and a sweltering city in another, are precisely as the heavens of lightning and fire depicted in legend. In ancient times, worshippers of the 12 believed that there exist 7 sevens and 7 hells. Ah, that's why people yell out, 7 hells! Aetherology has since established that departed souls return to the ethereal sea. But it seems those afterlife domains were more than just inventions of mortal imagination. As a pursuer of myths, I must say it feels somewhat anticlimactic to suddenly have these revelations given to me. Yeah, you know. But more than that, I'm dying to know more, which is to say, please allow me to join your investigation. We would of course welcome your presence. Without further ado then, let us head to the Omphalos. Kryle awaits us there. Omphalos. Okay. Away we go. Oh, I have to actually... Okay. I can't just teleport there, can I? No. No, I cannot. It's fine. Everything's fine. Ah, I can take sips. And away we go. I can do. Alright, back we go. Kryle! Kryle! Kryle, why can't I use mounts in here? Alright, Kryle! We haven't moved since we left. We brought another person as well. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome, Snow Game. I'm glad you could join us. Cryo, how delightful to see you again. I understand you've been doing a fine job leading the students. May I say what a lovely place this is. At a glance, this appears to be the highest of the heavens of legend, the seventh heaven. And ooh, if those aren't symbols representing the other heavens, I take it those are their respective gateways. I should like to pay them all a visit. For Snowgame's benefit, let us review what we have learned thus far, and thence deliberate the next step. What are we recapping? The 24-man raid. The gods reappeared before us in Ralger's Reach. Though they were disguised as unassuming creatures, their laws forbid them from showing their true forms outside their realm. Yet in the event the ambient ether becomes unstable, such as during an umbral calamity, it is possible for the realm, and indeed the gods themselves, to be glimpsed by mortals. And such sightings, we believe, have given rise to the various faiths practiced throughout Eorzea. As we confirmed in Ul'dah, the Nald'thal worshipped by people in the Nald'thal we encountered here have more similarities than they do differences. I see. In the course of exploring the Omphalos, two things caught my attention. The first is the gate which lies in the innermost area. If each of the other 6 gates lead to an elementally aspected heaven, we stand in the 7th heaven, as Snowgime says. And where does that lead? What then lies beyond that last gate? The second is this monument. It harbors some manner of magic, unlike anything I've ever seen, or anything I've seen before. I will endeavor to decipher it, but it'll take time. Okay. Divinities that have existed since time immemorial, who abide in domains resembling the heavens of legend. Why have they chosen to reveal themselves to mortals seeking battle? Unless they favor us with more of their secrets, it would seem this monument holds the key to solving the mystery. Indeed, much and more yet lies beyond our understanding, but we'll keep chasing the truth together. As I'm sure you'll agree, though, this is tiring work, both mentally and physically. We need to pace ourselves. To which end, might I suggest we return to Revenant's Toll and have a rest before we embark on the next stage of our investigation? Sure. I guess. We just got here. Yay. Let's go. I wonder if Derek is Ashan. Because Ashan would have been the last deity we encounter. If we go by the Ring of Deities. It's a lot of sugar cubes. That's like how I drink my tea. So rarely do I get to simply chat with colleagues. I had fairly forgotten what it felt like. Indeed, and it's quite fitting that we should be doing so here at the 7th heaven. Fitting? That's an understatement if I have ever heard one. The 7th and highest of the heavens, which rules over the remaining 6, is right here in Mordona all this time. If this isn't fitting, my friends, it's destiny. You're obviously well versed in the myths surrounding the heavens and hells. If you don't mind, I should like to hear your thoughts on them. There are 7 of them. 7 each, so 14 total. Wow. You know, there's 14 shards, too. Invested as they are in their research, it doesn't take much to stoke their passions. My apologies if it makes you uncomfortable. Having always traveled alone, I'm admittedly not too familiar with such a lively atmosphere, but I do not mislike it. By the way, the 2 of you arrived at the Sunken Temple rather quickly. Did something happen? Well, as pleasant as this has been, it's past time we return to the Annex. The paperwork for this commission isn't going to complete itself, alas. And I shall take myself to the Omphalos. So much there that I'd like to see. And I believe I'll go for a walk nearby. It's getting a little warm in here. Alright, do take care now. Is he gonna be okay? Where do I go now? Oh, speak to Derek. Yeah, let's go. Oh. Actually, just right here. Oh, Joe, it's pleasant, isn't it? The smells and sounds of a tavern makes one feel alive. And afterwards, stepping outside alone and breathing the cool air, I like that just as much. While we await developments, I shall remain here in Revenant's Toll. If there are any tidings, rest assured I will share them with you. Thank you for your help thus far. I doubt so much could have been accomplished without you. Okay. Then, time to go to Razathan. Finish the actual MSQ. I need to do the eggs quests to get my eat egg emote. Why is it raining? Who made it rain in Razathan? Okay. My zoom. Man, I'm running, but it feels like I'm not moving. Razathan is very large. Okay, Rashawn. The difficult part in all this will be deciding how best to put these riches to use. Will you lend me your assistance in these deliberations? Of course. Thank you, Jel. Jel and I are in this together. I will follow his example. Okay. Good, because I don't think you should be in charge of any money, Estinian. Meanwhile, elsewhere... Oh, isn't this where the Void Avatar was? Oh boy. Okay, it's like the different elements, okay. Following so far. No. Okay. I sense the breaching of a gate, but it is not instigated from this side. It was thrown open from the other. Earth snake, okay. I too felt it. A rare occurrence, yes, but such a tiny portal is beneath our notice. There are more pressing matters at hand. An opportunity is upon us, the coming of which we have awaited for nigh on 10,000 years. We dare not let it slip our grasp. Yet we must not underestimate he who bested the cloud of darkness. Even restrained by a covenant, the cloud was no feeble wisp to be dispersed by some flesh and blood mortal. Bah, let him come. I will drown the world and watch this fleshling gasp for his breath in his final moments. Your zeal is admirable, but forget not our cause. Think back on our struggles beneath this sunless sky. Remember why we cede not our will to fight. Am I supposed to know who this is? 'Tis time we set the war in motion and win redemption for our star. Oh, okay. So we're gonna fight the void, I guess? Not that we haven't already been fighting the void. Sharing the wealth. Shall we begin? If we are to spend the treasure wisely, then we must first determine which groups would benefit most from monetary assistance. Some of my citizens may find it intimidating to speak with the satrapa directly, so I'd ask that you act in my stead. Jel, you are to visit Akiali and Yedlamad. Speak with Matsya and his people and listen to their grievances. Okay. Estinian, I bid you do the same at Palaka Stand. I'll be conducting my own inquiries at the Giant Skull grounds. Okay. Once you believe you have ascertained the needs of the populace, we can reconvene at Megaduda. Why are things so hard to pronounce? Alright. We go Yedlamad. Oh man, it's more food. Just what I've always wanted. You know, I could be on one of my other glamours. You know what? We'll be on Summoner. It's not really the same. But you know, it's close enough, right? Oh, Jel, I was so glad to see you had returned unharmed. You finished with the boat then? Yep. Until I need to go into the dungeon again. Anything the village desperately needs. Well, I suppose Kazal's loss hit us the hardest. I've been trying to find buyers for my fish, but although I sell a few here and there, it's so much more difficult than it was before. Everyone's still struggling to rebuild their lives. For now, we're just banding together as best we can. Okay. Right, so they're selling some fish, but not a lot. I mean, it makes sense. Everyone's hurting. Okay, let's see. Oh, a mender. Oh, a junkmonger. Greetings and welcome, traveler. If this is your first visit to Thavnir, then you must try my special Amrlasi. Its refreshing zest cannot be beat. What could such a wonder cost, you wonder? Normally I part with 3 bottles for the generous price of 19,800 gil. But for you, I'm willing to go as low as even 10,000. You'd be practically stealing from me. I am not Estinian. Estinian? Who is You're the one who was with that spear-toting fellow. Well, you can hardly blame a man for trying. The world may no longer be on fire, but we are still sifting through the ashes, so to speak. Sister, spare me. We might as well have that ugly black tower back. Or ugly tower back for the scant few visitors we see these days. I myself barely have the coin to buy at local prices. I tell you, if I didn't charge the odd adventurer a small fortune for afternoon tea, I'd be scavenging for scraps in the street. I don't know how true that is. Already lies about his prices. Hello. How fares the port? Well, it's in shambles, isn't it? The trade routes are open once more now that the danger has passed, certainly. But no small number of merchants have had to sell their ships to make ends meet in the short term. Add to that the sailors we lost in the final days, and it's little wonder the flow of exports is no more than a pitiful trickle. If Khazal and his consortium were still with us, I'm sure he'd have found a way to turn our fortunes around. Now that was a man who got things done, God's rest his soul. You have spoken with key local figures and gained an understanding of the populace's hardships. Arshan awaits your report at Megaduda. Megaduda. Where Megaduda? Oh. Megaduda. So much reading. Good thing I got myself something to drink. Alright. Megaduda. I also got myself a snack, but it's Ritz crackers. I don't think that's the best to have right now. Ah, my advisor's return. I just made it back myself. Why do you retain this vessel now that your true form is known? You could have flown across the island in a fraction of the time. Be that as it may, the sight of a massive creature descending from the sky can be startling, to say the least. There are a few places I can enter comfortably without risk of flattening some cart or stall. Fair enough. As for my inquiries, the people of Palakistan were unanimous in their reply. They are surviving. Resources were stretched to the limit when refugees were pouring in, but they persevered with some assistance from Yedlamad. From what I understand, they have always been an independent community, hunters and foragers and the like, and I was assured that the jungle provides for their needs, for the most part. Palakistan has weathered the disaster better than most, it seems. I myself heard good news and bad. The quarrymen were cautiously optimistic, having just sold a full wagon of giant skull to a foreign trader. But such visitors are few and far between. Compared to our best years, the weight of stone leaving Thavnir has been light indeed. Our nation is small and isolated, its prosperity dependent on a steady stream of exports. We must identify any obstacles to the flow of trade so we may begin working to remove them. Tell me, what did you learn in Achiali and Yedlamad? People need the consortium. I see. Without a dedicated buyer, the average fisherman must struggle to offload his daily catch. Which is why I believe we should first address the lack of ships and shortage of able-bodied sailors in Yedlamad. I'm reminded of a child I spied as I made my way back to the palace. His father lost at sea when the beast sunk their vessel. So many variations of the same tragic tale, repeated over and over. So many lives lost. Oh, hi, Eagle. Oh no, not the sad orphan. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Enough grief to drown in if we let ourselves be overcome, but we will not. Shell, Astinian, I will consider the perspectives you brought me and devise a plan to help my people confront this adversity. Come, I would like you to be in attendance when I announce the proposal to my assembled functionaries. Oh boy, politics. My favorite. Oh, still injured from us taking all the scales, I see. Oh, it's moist. Ahwan. Ahiwan was a good boy. I have. I mean, I guess these are all similar, but Idleshire's orphanage was funded through trade in highly coveted goods. It's true, even though I didn't really do that quest. Oh no. Re taxes. Why not honor one of your most successful merchants, Kazal? Poor guy. Yeah, maybe. That depends on him, though. How does Vitra see? Yeah. For a brighter tomorrow. Oh boy. Silver pieces it is. Oh. Hello, veteran Radiant. Thank you for putting forth Kazal's name. Those whose lives he enriched will take comfort in seeing his legacy honored. Oh. You will forgive me for not speaking sooner, but I bear a message from Archon Yashtola. Yashtola? She asks that you meet her at the High Crucible at your earliest convenience. Understood. Thank you. Yashtola must have finished her study of the Void Gate. Shall we hear what she has to say then? I will go with you. Okay. Don't you have a city to run? I thought the satrap would be too busy setting up the foundation. My clerks have been the well-oiled cogs of this administration since before Ahawan assumed the office. They understand what needs to be done. And I'm curious to learn what conclusions your Archon has reached concerning the gate's unique construction. As you wish. Allow me to lead the way, Your Excellency. Okay. High Crucible of Alchemia. Is that the tavern? Oh. Okay. I guess we're just going to the plaza. It's the place we started our adventure. Well, restarted, I guess. Time to sprint. Oh no, there's a bubble in the way. Oh, it's gone. Phew. Alright. Back here. Wow, I wonder where your stole is. Hello. Oh.
それで何か分かったのか。
あの制御装置を調べた結果、ボイドゲートを封印する機能は見つかったものの、拡張する機能は確認できなかった。ブリトラの言葉通り、ゲートを広げるためには、かつて錬金術師たちが用いた方法について調べる必要があるわ。もっとも、その技術はすでに失われているとのことだけれど。
そんな分かりきったことを説明するために俺たちを呼んだわけじゃないだろう。
Wow, Estonian.
方法とやらの手がかりは見つかったのか。
それを今から説明させてもらうわ。まず前提として、世界を飛び越えるには次元の狭間を通る必要があるの。あなたが第一世界へと呼ばれた時のことを思い出してちょうだい。
Oh, with the memories? All the like fragments I flew past?
第一世界側にいた召喚者、
Oh.
つまり水晶光がクリスタルタワーの機能を利用した召喚術を展開した。あの時、あなたは目印となる装置に触れたはずよ。これによって世界を隔てる壁に穴が開けられ、あなたは次元の狭間に落ちた。そこはどの世界にも属していない、まさしく狭間と呼ぶにふさわしい空間。
Yeah.
その後、召喚術に引き寄せられる形で、あなたは狭間を脱して第一世界側に出ることができたというわけね。あらゆる時間と空間がもつれた次元の狭間を原初世界から第一世界まで正確に誘導してみせた。まさに奇跡にも等しい所業よ。
なら原初世界へやってくる用意どもは誰がどうやって誘導しているっていうの？
あら、いい着眼点ね。用意がこちら側へ来る方法はいくつかあるのだけれど、その代表例といえばやはり用意召喚でしょうね。そうね。ガーゴイルと呼ばれる注意の用意を例に説明してみましょうか。
Okay. Gargoyles.
まず用意を呼び寄せたいと願う召喚者が召喚術によって小さなボイドゲートを瞬間的に開くの。その際、インプのような力を持たない帝位の用意なら肉体を維持したままゲートを通り原初世界へ渡ってこられるわ。
Okay.
でもより力のある注意以上の用意になるとそうはいかない。召喚者一人では賄いきれないような莫大な力を注いで大きなゲートを開く必要がある。だから用意召喚では魂だけをこちら側に呼び寄せるの。私たちが誰かさんに第一世界へと呼ばれた時のようにね。
Okay. And they just go about their day.
当然召喚された用意の肉体は第13世界に残ることになるわ。そして引き寄せられた用意の魂には原初世界で活動するためのかりそめの肉体が与えられる。それがより代であり、ガーゴイルの場合は石が最適とされている。
And then I guess the Void Arc created a bigger portal because it has a lot of energy.
なるほどな。つまり用意召喚の場合は原初世界側の召喚者という明確な誘導役がいるということか。
ええ、安全に、そして確実に肉体を保持したまま次元跳躍をするには何らかの誘導役が必要だと理解してもらえたかしら。
私たちが戦った用意の軍勢もアラグ帝国によって開かれたゲートを通って現れた。アラグの魔科学者たちが誘導役を務めたということだな。だがボイドクラックのように自然発生した裂け目にはそのような確たる誘導役は存在していないはずだ。だというのに正しく世界がつながっている。そもそもなぜ第13世界とだけ自然に裂け目が通じるくらい簡単に世界がつながるのだ。
その謎を解き明かすことができれば世界を自在に飛び越えるための糸口となるはずよ。
おお。だがどうやってその謎とやらを調べるつもりなんだ。
まさか。
ええ、そのまさかよ。まさに新たなる冒険とでも言うのかしら。
What?
私の話を聞いていたのか。人が通れるほどにゲートを拡張する術はすでに失われているのだ。さらにそれができたとて第13世界へ一歩足を踏み入れた途端用意の大軍に襲われる羽目になるんだぞ。
もちろん聞いていたわよ。当然私一人では無理でしょうね。でも第13世界へ渡り暗闇の雲を撃退した経験のある あなたと一緒なら不可能ではないはずよ。
Okay. Not much for taking it easy.
あら、退屈を好むあなたじゃないでしょ。また頼りにさせてもらうわね。さて、すぐにでも第13世界へ向かいたいところだけれど、北条会のゲートはラザハンが長年保守管理してきたもの。大主様の許可なしに開けることはできないわね。
Hmm.
先ほども言ったように、恩人である君たちの願いは可能な限り叶えたい。ラザハンの子らに類が及ぶことがなければな。
もちろん用意がこちら側に侵入しないよう細心の注意を払うつもりよ。その前にまずはゲートを拡張する必要があるけれど。
方法はあるのか。
それをあなたに聞きたいのよ。当時の錬金術師たちからどんな手法を使うつもりなのか説明くらい受けていたのではなくて。
ああ、クラックの拡張に関する研究はデミール家の錬金術師に一任していたのだが。
デミール家。デミールの異列教に名を残す錬金術師の名家ね。
Hmm. The great work? What?
詳しい技術論は理解できなかったが、彼らははじめにクラックから現れた用意の一体を解析した。そしてその用意に類似した能力を持つ人工用意とも言うべき魔法人形を作り上げ、クラックの拡張に利用したらしい。
Like a porksy?
人工用意ですって。
Hmm.
デ
Hmm.
ミール家は地の都シャーレアンの賢人に憧れていてな。人工用意についてまとめた書物を学会に提出したそうだが、功績と認められるどころか金賞扱いされ大層落ち込んでいたよ。
それならどこかの禁書庫に収蔵されている可能性があるわね。その当時はまだグブラ幻想図書館はなかったはず。となれば。
Hmm. Graha's favorite place to sneak around. Phenomenon. Restricted.
ええ、ヌーメノン大書院の禁書庫に収蔵されている可能性が高いわね。
Hmm.
早速オールドシャーレアンへ向かいましょう。
Biostinian?
そっちは任せた。俺がついてったところで何ができるわけでもあるまい。メラドのやつでも探して飢饉について教えてやるさ。
Aww. What a good boy.
私たちも行きましょう。
Okay. Back to old Charlian.
本当にボイドへ渡るつもりなのか。ならば私はどうすればいい。
Hmm. We might find his sister. Who knows? To old Charlie and we go. Still, if we're to enter Numenon's restricted archives with the minimum of fuss, then we must secure the permission from the forum. First, however, we shall need to enlist the cooperation of a member to broach the matter on our behalf. Who do you think might be inclined to assist us? That one teacher guy? Oh, no one springs to mind? What of Scholar Monteshang? Did come to Graha's defense during the inquiry, after all. I don't know how to speak French. Just settled. Let's head to Phenomenon and see if he's willing to help us once more. Oh, he still is accompanying me. Okay. Let's go. Where am I going? Oh. Let's go. Taking like the back alleyway, but you know, whatever works. We can run through the water. There's my butterfly. Oh yeah. So since I've been doing the 24 man a bunch, I have the minion now. Haven't gotten a piece of gear or the music yet, but discuss the studium. I apprenticed to Master Matoya at the age of 7 and labored under her tutelage for a full decade. Never had the chance to attend the studium. Neither did Thancred, as I recall. Soon after Master Louisoix took him in off the streets, he was put in the care of another Archon. His was a rigorous and practical education in the arts of espionage and survival. I sometimes wonder what my life might have been like had I pursued studies here instead. Tea at the last stand after a day of lectures. Oh, that does sound lovely. Afternoons with friends spent sipping tea and debating theories. Still, I wouldn't give up my time with Master Matoya for the world. The dank cave I studied in was about as far from the bright, airy halls of the academia as one could get, but it was a wondrous, magical childhood nonetheless. Aw, that's cute. I can't see? Okay. Oh. Right, there's a retainer bell here. Can I go over here? I can. Okay. It is the professor guy. The one who gave us the Disney lecture. Ah, visitors and quite... Oh, wait. Quite esteemed ones of that. I don't know if he said anything else. Pray forgive the intrusion, Scholar, but we were hoping you might help us secure permission to enter Numenon's restricted archives. Oh, no furtive forays into the stacks this time, eh? I applaud this newfound sense of propriety, yet in all this wide world of comparative serenity, what so compels you to disturb a vault of forbidden wisdom? Void gates. Fascinating. I had no idea such a technique existed. I would have been surprised if you had. If my assumption is correct, the research left behind by House Demir has lain dormant in Charlene's archives for many centuries. And if you unearth this research, what then? Surely you don't intend to cross over into the void. That is, in fact, precisely what we intend. Nice Matoya music. To what end, pray tell? To develop a method of traversing the rift, for one, that I might keep my word to a distant friend. Sentiment aside, I have journeyed to the end of existence. I have heard, felt, and thought endlessly about the truth of our world and the echo of its future. Yet, I want to understand everything, to unravel it all down to its very last secret. What scholar worthy of the name wouldn't force open a void gate or two if a grand revelation was the promised reward? Marvelous! An audacious proposal worthy of Master Matoya herself. And after hearing the whys and the wherefores, I, for one, do not believe you would use the knowledge for ill. I see no reason not to present your request for the forum's consideration. Although, your petition would be better received if you also had the support of another well-placed acquaintance. The twins' dad? Why, Master Forschnall, of course. He can hardly ignore an earnest request from his dear children's most treasured comrades. I was hesitant to approach him directly, but there is no denying that having Master Forschnall on our side would tip the balance in our favor. Very well. We will pay a visit to the Levier estate and plead our case. We can see Amelians. One last thing before you go. I would consider it a personal favor if you might share with me the discoveries you make in the void. My appetite for knowledge is every bit as insatiable as yours, I'd wager. So if you could see your way to indulging an old man's curiosity... Of course, Scholar. We'll make sure to pass on any revelations. My... Oh, she's still here. Alright. Okay, where are we? Alright, all the way to the estate. Makes sense. And we can Ethernet now. Right. We can. Good thing I know how to read patch notes. Alright, butler, let us in. Ah, Master Gel, Mistress Y'shtola, how may I be of service? We've come to speak with Master Forschnall. Is he home by any chance? Yes, the master is in residence. I shall inform him that he has guests. Okay, bye. Hello. Well, Amelians would invite you inside for tea, but I assume this is not a social visit. You have some matter of import to discuss? Yes. Then pray proceed. You have my full attention. Void gates. Void gates? Well, I suppose I should praise you for following the proper protocols this time around. Scholar Montian expressed much the same sentiment. I assure you, will not attempt to circumvent the forum's authority again. Unless it is absolutely necessary, of course. Of course. You do understand that the restricted archives are restricted for good reason, yes? If no pressing need exists, then why risk the consequences of employing this forbidden knowledge? For a brother who misses his sister, she was his guardian and his friend, a selfless hero who crossed the rift between worlds to save her homeland from horror and suffering. But the brother has given up on thoughts of reunion, spends his efforts elsewhere, watching over a people yet healing from the flames of the final days, loyal to his duty while betraying the longing in his heart. Okay. Just no vital mission, perhaps, reuniting these siblings, but feels a worthy cause to pursue all the same. As one who feared losing his own loved ones, and spent years in research to prevent it, surely you appreciate how painful such a separation must be. Reflections are still very much a mystery to us. Offering to share your experiences in the first should constitute a fair exchange for our cooperation. Yay! Oh. Do not celebrate just yet. The forum must still be convinced. I will add your request to the list of today's deliberations and deliver the decision to you at the Baldician Annex. Okay. To the Annex. Time to talk. Your friend you stole. The Annex. Annex. Oh, hey. So, what did the forum decide? To put it bluntly, Master Matoya has burned some bridges here in Charlian, and salted the earth for good measure. When it became clear that her student was the petitioner in question, well, no few members voiced their discontent. Then the chamber was reminded, in no uncertain terms I might add, of the incredible debt we owe to you and your companions. That served to silence the grumbles and stiffen a few spines, and it was agreed that allowing you entry to the archives was the least we could do in return. That is wonderful news. Thank you both for speaking on our behalf. Yes, well, as I'm sure you are aware, this permission was not extended lightly. Forbidden knowledge is to be treated with the utmost caution, and there will be repercussions if it is not. Wish you well in your endeavor, and bid you good day. Ever the same, that one. Uncompromising? Aye, but that very stoicism is exactly what Charlian needed to guide it through not one, but 2 exoduses. Okay. Oh. Hi. If I were but 5 years younger, I'd cast aside my lectern and join you on your adventures in a heartbeat. That went rather well, I think. As a child, I dreamed up any number of schemes for getting my hands on those forbidden tomes. Now I can simply walk in through the door. Our focus will be on finding House Demir's research notes, of course, but the thought of so much knowledge at my disposal has me feeling a little giddy. Still a no. Still, we need just the Void Gate knowledge. You'll be heading directly to the archives from here, I presume. You presume correctly. And you'll want to speak with the index page when you arrive. It's been instructed to grant you access to the restricted section. Excellent. Once again, we thank you for all your help. Oh, it was my pleasure, believe me. May you find the knowledge you seek. Shall we? Alright, she's accompanying me again. Let's go. At the studium. Studium. Alright. Now we go this way? Pudding Way? Pudding Way, what are you doing here? Guess my pudding wasn't needed to stop the final days after all. But I persevere. Once people taste it, they'll be even happier than they were before the apocalypse started. I just know it. Okay. Let's see. The Nomenon. To think the set of instructions I laughingly imagined may actually exist, but yalms away from where you found me napping. If I had known of Osdal III's exploits sooner, could well have saved myself days of research. Even a children's book might have pointed me in the right direction. To achieve the impossible, one must needs be flexible of mind and look beyond conventional wisdom, a lesson I had already learned, but clearly not taken to heart. That's true. Index page. Oh, it's one of the mammoths. Oh, hey, Crook. Welcome. Oh. Archon Y'shtola and guest identified. Do you wish to proceed into the restricted archives? Follow me if you would. Watch your step, and please note that the use of naked flames is discouraged. Okay. Into the restricted section, let's go. Oh boy, who made these upside down cone bookcases? Wait, that's a naked flame right there. What are we talking about? Okay. There's a lot of books here. Do they not have, like... oh no... index or, like, a guidebook? An untitled journal. Oh, it's some Goopal songs. Today, in a world not my own, I met the most beautiful void-born creature. She was so unlike her ravenous brethren, eyes blazing not with hunger, but trembling, like a candle's flame, threatening to flicker out at any moment. I wonder if she is even the proper word. Such distinctions seem inconsequential, insignificant even. All that matters is the love I feel for this exquisite, transcendent being. Oh no. Though you are tempted to read more, this does not seem to be the volume you were seeking. Oh. A weighty tome. It is very weighty. In the year 1564 of the Sixth Astral Era, the Amalja summoned Ifrit, their patron god. Accounts describe the being as a gigantic, lizard-like being with a potent command of fire-aspected magics. If we consider that primal summoning is an act fueled by faith and prayer, it is unsurprising, if not expected, that the resulting deiform entity should manifest the appearance and powers with which it is attributed by its worshippers. What then might emerge from the ether should one who believes in an almighty omniscience attempt the same ritual? Would the scholar himself grace us with his presence? Some other embodiment of divine sagacity? Could this man-made god truly be all-knowing? And if it were, whence would such knowledge arise? I myself have many questions concerning the nature of the ancient world. With no spell to transport me back to the days of old, could I instead summon a being possessed of encyclopedic wisdom of every age? Yet, with no means to verify its pronouncements, how could one be certain they were true? Though your mind spins with the possibilities discussed therein, this does not seem to be the volume you are seeking. Okay. So leather-bound log is the only other book, seems like. Is this the right book? The following pages detail an advanced method for manipulating rift-spanning apertures as devised by Nuhashan, the 9th patriarch of House Demir. We present these research notes to the faculty of Charlian Studium as both a token of our friendship and an expression of our boundless admiration. You appear to have located the forbidden volume you seek. You still will need to make the final confirmation. What you reading? Have something you'd like to show me, do you? My apologies, I flipped open but a single book and was completely absorbed by the contents. Here you go. 'Cause I do all the work. Well done, Jam. I think you may have found our prize. That's an interesting looking book for sure.
この署名から感じるエーテル。間違いない。デミール家のものだわ。イレス教で何度か見かけたことがあるもの。早速、中を確認してみましょう。
Is the Void Sun they created the one that was Xenos? Just thinking about that, because they said they created one. Oh, it's in the Tomos.
上位には異界ボイドより仲間を召喚する者がいる。中でも飛び抜けて召喚能力に長けているのがアトモスと呼ばれる種である。アトモスの巨大な口からは用意が次々と転送されてくるため、鎮圧に当たった聖戦師団は大いに苦しめられた。我々はアトモスが簡易的なボイドゲートの役割を有していると判断。小型のアトモスを捉え、その能力の解明に挑んだ。その結果、アトモスは世界の境界に生じた亀裂、いわゆるボイドクラックを体内に取り込むことで、ゲートへと拡大させている事実を突き止めた。
Makes sense.
この時、アトモスが発する特殊なエーテル波長を解析。クリスタルに蓄積されたエーテルをこれに類似する波長に変換するプリズムの生成に成功した。そして、この特殊なプリズムを組み込んだ人造アトモスとでも呼ぶべき魔法人形を完成させたのである。
But the artificial one wouldn't have a planar fissure in it.
盲点だったわね。用意を招き寄せるアトモス種は古くから知られる存在よ。第7零祭の直前にもエオルゼアの各地域でアトモスの出現が目撃されている。あなたも噂ぐらいは聞いたことがあるのではなくて。それにしても人工的に用意を作ろうだなんて、シャーレアンの賢人に禁書認定されるわけだわ。ともあれ、お目当ての一冊を手に入れることはできたわね。
No, Y'shtola, you can't stay here.
せっかくの機会ですもの。ここにあるすべての本に目を通しておきたいところだけれど、私たちを信頼して閲覧許可を出してくれた哲学者議会を裏切るわけにはいかないわね。今日のところは諦めましょう。
Now it's restricted again. How did Graha get down here? In the first... Because I doubt people really come down here. But he still would have had to get past, like, this mammoth and things. As much as I would love to start crafting the Atomos, I'm afraid this is far outside my field of expertise. Fortunately, we know a Hanish alchemist who would be delighted to involve herself in our House Demir project. Our business here is concluded for the moment. Please pass on our regards to the forum. Our message will be conveyed. Should you wish to indulge in more forbidden literature, I will be here. Patron mode disabled. Security mode engaged. If anyone can help us, Nadana can. I say we return to Thavnir and look for her at the Great Work. Okay. To the Great Work we go. This way. Yes, this way. Okay. Ishtola tells... Oh, haha. Got it in time. Ishtola tells me you're pursuing a most fascinating study, that you want me to be a part of it. Yep. I have no doubt you'll be interested. This research log should speak for itself. Have a book. Will it now? By the sisters, this is the mark of House Demir. I never even knew such a work existed. Few should. It was sequestered in Numenon's restricted archives, after all. It was, but that means every word within is forbidden knowledge. A forbidden tome filled with forbidden research, and you put it right in my unsuspecting hand? I can hardly wait to read it. Oh, Nadana. To think the Demir were developing such marvelous techniques so long ago. How many innovations have been lost over the centuries, I wonder? Now that you've glanced over the notes, what say you to helping us build a new Makatomos? I say yes, 1,000 times yes. Work on a Demir project that had even the redoubtable scholars of Sharlayan trembling in their sandals? No alchemist of the Great Work could resist. You are a woman after my own heart. Oh, I suppose I should ask, what do you mean to do with this big-mouth simulacrum once we've built it? Going to the void. So there's a secret void gate, and it's sealed in the runes at the bottom of the bounty? Today is a day of revelations indeed. If the purpose of our man-made Atomos is to expand this hidden portal, then I will need to see it for myself, I think. Manipulating rift-spanning apertures is not the sort of thing you want to attempt without first taking into account every single factor. Then by all means, accompany us to the vault. Plan to lead us back there shortly, once we've finished gathering the components I require. Shyland's markets provided the raw aquamarine and pure water crystals, but I might need some help obtaining a small quantity of astrally infused water. For such a liquid, you need go no further than the font of Maya. The ascetics of old once favored the place for their meditations. The water which pools there now is known to enliven the flow of ether. It sounds perfect. If you would be so kind as to fill a flask at the pool, I'll petition Vutra to join us. The idea I have in mind won't amount to much without his authority to command the Void Gate. Shall we be about it then? We meet back here anon. Okay. Where am I going? Oh. Okay, wait. Isn't that the place where that mom died? When we had to... Well, when Matsuya had to run the baby back? Are we sure this is where we want to get our water? Alright. Well, what can go wrong? Hey. This astrally dense pocket. Alright. Back we go. Wow. Look at it. Oh, look at the moon. Interesting. Has it always been that big? Guess I don't really look at the moon. Interesting. Alright. Let's go. Oh, there's Varshan and Astinian. Do you have that flask for me? Here you go. Is this the water you seek? Yes, this should suffice. Thank you, Gel. Boy, what do I want? None of these, but... I guess skill speed. Void theory. Oh boy. Look who I came across. Astinian seemed in need of diversion, and we, in turn, may have need of his lance. Right then. Now that our little party is assembled, let us make our way to the ruins. Will we have need of Matsuya's boat again? Not this time. Once Yashtola informed me of our destination, I arranged for a vessel to be made ready at Akiali. Your Excellency is ever the gracious host. Shall we? Okay. Fly away. Whee! We still have to go to Matsuya's village, though. Why couldn't you prepare a boat here? What's that? Interesting. I haven't actually been out there. It might be for, a fate. Veteran Radiant. The ship is yours to command. Our thanks. We set sail at once. Oh, this is so exciting! Ostadal's legacy, to see the truth of a legend with mine own eyes. All aboard for the treasure vault. Weaver's warding. Hum hum hum. Oh. Yes, Dinian, what do you think of this? Oh, we cleared this place of constructs the last time we came through. It would seem a few stragglers remained. Oh no, did we beat up some more? Look, it's warded by ribbons. Wow.
それで何をしようって言うんだ？
We're gonna make an
確かに
Atomos.
聞きたいことがあるのよ。
Oh.
クリスタルタワー調査団ノアの報告によれば、第13世界でも短時間であれば容易化することなく活動できるらしいの。けれど傷を負って体内エーテルが不安定になったり長時間滞在したりした場合などは容易化する危険性が高い。グラハティアは五根の霊輪があれば容易化を防ぐことができるかもと言っていたけれど、実際に第13世界へ渡る前に確認をしておく必要があるわ。
確認ね。早い話が実験だろ。
そうね。どうすれば五根の霊輪の効果を実証できるか、あなたなら分かって。
Tie it on string and put it through the portal and wait for a while. Maybe send a familiar?
ええ、正解よ。さすが冴えているわね。
Wow.
かつてブリトラが人形を送ったように、私たちは使いまで実験することにしましょう。たとえ小さなクラックでも、インプのような定位の用意なら通過してきてしまう。言い換えれば、その程度の使い魔ならば、こちら側からでも送り込むことができるということ。
Okay.
とはいえ本当なら、この使い魔だけは使いたくなかったのだけれど。
We're not making a porksy, are we? As you still know how to make.
名乗るヤシトラがそこまで言うとは。一体どんな使い魔なんだ。
I mean, it's water stuff. It could be a floth.
海より登りて雲となり、山より落ちて雨となり、川より下って命とならん。トゥルルル、あわわ
What? What kind of incantation was that? Mm.
何か悪いもんでも食ったのか、あいつは。
とっても可愛いじゃない。
Trippies! She made two.
確実にゲートを通過させるためには、最もエーテル量の少ない使い魔を呼ぶ必要があった。それ
Oh.
はいいのよ。
Is that why it was in the one dungeon?
なんで術式の最後にあんな詠唱の言葉を織り交ぜたのか。子供の頃の自分に会うことがあったら問い詰めたいわね。ともかくこの子たちをボイドゲートの向こう、第13世界へと送る。
Okay.
片方のノッケンには五根の霊輪を含ませて、
It doesn't even have a mouse.
世界から呼び戻した後の2体の状態を観察することで霊輪の効果を検証するというわけ。ブリトラはボイドゲートの制御をお願い。
わかった。
ゲートを開いている間は向こう側から用意が侵入してくる可能性がある。エスティニアンはニッダーナの護衛を。 万が一のためにあなたも備えておいて。
Everyone's still in shock. Froth and foam. Doo-doo-doo.
あら、ノッケンの代わりにあなたを無理やりゲートに突っ込んでもよくってよ。
Sure.
さあ、始めるわよ。ノッケン、行って。
Look at them go. Can I play as the Nixies? No. I just... I struggle to picture Y'shtola as a little girl. Easier to believe she sprang fully formed from one of Master Matoya's cauldrons. We need to wait for a time to ensure a meaningful result. Be patient and keep watch for any intruders. Sisters, save me. I will never see Y'shtola the same way again. Froth and foam indeed. Every time I come here, it reminds me of that dark portal above the Crystal Tower, and the final lash of Ashdaya's tail as she plunged into the void. Why do you gotta make it sad, Vitra? Alright. Time to stand guard. I don't have my carbuncle out, but I'm sure that's fine. Nadana's so excited.
そろそろいい頃合いね。ノッケン、戻ってきてちょうだい。
Oh no. Oh no.
ご苦労様。よく頑張ったわね。
かわいそうに用意になりかけているわ。
用意が来るぞ。すぐにボイドゲートを再封印する。アルザダール三世の名において命じる。異界の扉よ、その口をつぐめ。
今のでボイドゲートの危険性が嫌というほどよくわかったわ。
But it was just like imps.
それで 一目瞭然だとは思うが、実験の結果はどうだったんだ？
五根の霊輪を組み込まなかった方の個体はエーテルが乱れてよどんでしまっているわね。ニッダーナの言葉通り用意になりかけているのよ。一方、霊輪を混ぜて作った方の個体はエーテルも綺麗なままで安定しているわ。ありがとう。ゆっくりお休み。
グラハの読みは正しかったということか。
Yeah, he's a smart boy.
けれど用意にならなかった方も無事なように見えて、霊輪には劣化の兆候が見られるわ。本来五根の霊輪は精神汚染を誘発するエーテル放射から魂を守るために作られたもの。防ぐべきエーテルの波長が異なれば影響も違うということね。第13世界の乱れた環境エーテルに対応できるように調整してあげる必要がありそうだわ。
この状況で今更だが、第13世界ってのは一体どんな場所なんだ？わかるように説明してくれ。
そうね。いい機会だから第13世界についておさらいしておきましょう。第13世界は闇の反乱によってボイドと呼ばれるようになった世界。エメトセルクによれば強引に世界の再統合を試みた結果らしいけれど、結局は統合する価値もない世界になり下がってしまった。その原因について三頭身をめぐる戦いで出会った不滅なる者ウヌクアルハイはこう話していたわ。
That was a long time
第
ago.
13世界では聖石と呼ばれる石に万神の力を封じる魔法が発達していた。そして彼の世界の英雄たちは戦いの中で聖石の力に飲まれ、魔を食らう用意へと落ちてしまった。しかしそれを止める力を持つ光はあまりにも弱く、闇の反乱から世界を救うには至らなかったと。そういえばウヌクアルハイを死の淵から引き上げたのはアシエン・エリディブスだったわね。調停者たる彼に利用されていたのはウヌクアルハイだけだったのかしら。
Artbert's companion, the elven swordswoman, who's also the barmaid.
アルバートたち光の戦士と旅をしたエルフ族の剣士シルバー、その人もエリディブスに引き上げられた一人だというの。
I don't know if she was really a pawn.
サイエラことシルバもウヌクアルハイのように英雄という言葉に翻弄されていたのね。あとはそうね、あなたは実際にノアの一員として第13世界に渡った経験がある。そこで目にした光景について教えてもらえるかしら。
The void is dark and scary, and you turn into purple.
闇に覆われた太陽すら失われた世界。あるのはただエーテルを食らう無数の用意だけ。まさにボイドの呼び名にふさわしいわね。
その通り。だからこそ私は君たちがあの世界に渡ることを進めようとは思わないのだ。
第13世界へ渡ることはあくまで一つの過程に過ぎないの。この旅路は分かたれた世界の全てへと通じていて、私はこの世のあらゆるものを解き明かすためにここにいる。ご心配は無用だわ。そのための一歩としてどうにかして霊輪を調整してあげないとね。
それなら私は人造アトモスの制作に入らせてもらうわ。問題は異列教の資料だけじゃ情報が少なすぎること。メーガドゥータ宮にある大衆一族の記録庫にも入らせてもらえませんか？ブリトラ様。
ああ、聞いているとも。帰り次第管理たちに話しておこう。
それじゃあ私たちは先に戻っているわね。
Okay. Bye, Vitra. Nice. Satraps and duty. Once Nadana succeeds in replicating the Makatomos, this door to the 13th will be ours to open. Will you be crossing the threshold alongside us? I realize this is more my endeavor than yours. To be honest, I've no interest in visiting the void myself. Might we discuss this later? There's something I must do first. Why does everyone insist on being so secretive? I at least had good reason for not wanting to explain my Nixie ritual. Shall we proceed with our other preparations then? As we saw, the warding scale can be effective at protecting the bearer from other sources of etheric corruption. Nevertheless, the talisman's durability will need to be improved if it is to withstand the void's influence for a prolonged length of time. And I think that is a problem we can address without involving the brilliant but busy alchemists who created it. Who do we know who excels at this kind of structural augmentation? The Alkins. Garland Ironworks? An excellent suggestion. As I recall, Sid himself is no stranger to the void and its volatile energies. With his experienced hand at the helm, I have every confidence that the Ironworks can strengthen the warding scale. Come, let us visit their operation in Ralger's Reach and commission their best and brightest. Yeah, you do that, Y'shtola. That's, 8, 10, 15? Oh, she brought me to Ralger's Reach. Well, you know, that's great and all, but I want to go do the Easter event, which I believe is in Gridania. So we'll come back to this later. It's a long story. Alright, is it at the amphitheater? Oh boy. Let's see. Well, there's There's a lot of people here, so I'm going to assume it is. It's papaya. Jilly Aliapo. Yes, that's what I want. The bunny. A happy Hatchingtide to you, friend. Are the exquisite decorations you see about you to your liking? Wait, I know that face. If it isn't Jill, what a pleasure to see you. As it happens, I was visited by a most curious dream again this year. In it, brave adventurers, not unlike yourself, were going about town handing out decorative eggs in the company of, chickens and odd-looking rabbits. Okay. Truth be told, I have struggled to grasp its true meaning. Still, if the past is any guide, the best way to get to the bottom of this is for us to recreate the image from my dream, see what good fortune it may bring. To that end, I've invited Master Pollen, Limsalamince's preeminent chicken farmer, and his flock here to Gridania. Furthermore, placed an order for a full fluffle of rabbit-esque mammoths resembling the ones from my dreams. We have, however, hit a bit of a snag. It would appear the hens have not yet gotten acclimated to their new environment. They've been raising quite the ruckus, making it nigh impossible to retrieve the eggs they've laid. Might you be willing to lend a hand? That sounds exciting. Now that's a man after my own heart. You'll be compensated handsomely in spectacular rewards, of course. That one perhaps needs some work. In any case, Master Pollen's chickens are being cooped at the Great Loam Brewery. Might I ask you to travel there and give them a look? My friend Nanoda works there as well, so I'd be most grateful if you could also ensure that she's not overly harried. Okay. Oh. Alright. Need to go over here. Get the botanists. Nanota. Oh, I remember you. Pray forgive me. I'm feeling terribly exhausted at the moment. Jilly sent you to help. Well, that is most appreciated. In that case, allow me to explain. There's chickens? That's what I heard. While it's true that we've been having trouble rounding up all the eggs, we also face a more pressing concern. The brewery has been invaded by bizarre fluffy creatures. What's more, they're not content to just run around and make mischief. Why, they're tormenting the chickens and trying to steal the eggs for themselves. Needless to say, that has only driven the chickens into even more of a tizzy. It's been a veritable battlefield. Master Pollen is doing all he can to keep the creatures contained, but even he seems just about at wit's end. Wah! It's a chicken. Master Pollen, has our last line of defense been breached? Oh, the poor man. It's a bunny. Quack, quack, quack. It's a happy bunny. Yeah, that's one of them. Our fearsome invaders from the gods knows where. Good heavens. They both look as if they're out for blood. Whatever are we to do? Let me try to calm them down. Such bravery. Not that I expected any less from you. In that case, good luck out there. And remember, close observation of both parties is the key to a successful mediation. Okay. Sure. Hello, you two. Drawing upon your extensive experience in confronting myriad savage beasts, you gaze upon the two bloodthirsty creatures intently, taking in their every move and facial expression. It makes facial expressions? The chicken and bunny stand at odds, neither willing to give an Ilman the grudge match, or so you assess the situation. How fascinating. The chicken is understandably on its guard, fearing that the rabbit is targeting its eggs. But could it be that the bunny, too, harbors some resentment of its own? Now that I think about it, this creature bears a most uncanny resemblance to the rabbits Jilly described from her dream. I did some research of my own before you arrived. According to the tomes, it is so rare a creature that many consider it simply a myth. Have you by any chance encountered anything similar during your travels? Yes, the bunnies in Eureka. Yes, on the Isle of Val. Happy bunnies. Bunnies. Yes, precisely. That is exactly where my resources say they were once spotted. As you are doubtless already aware, these most unique creatures are known up north as happy bunnies. Something about their long ears, fluffy tails, and hippity-hoppity manner brings a smile to one's face. Why, legend has it that simply encountering one is a sure sign that good fortune is headed your way. While they are not precisely the same creature, perhaps our most unique guests will have a similarly auspicious effect on us? You there, Mr. Bunny. If you're truly as happy at heart as your compatriots of legend, might you not make peace with these fine chickens and cooperate with us to make this year's festivities an extravaganza of merriment and good cheer? Oh. But this won't do. Why, our harbinger of happiness is fleeing from our very grasp. Oh, I clicked through it. Jilly's dreams are to be trusted, and I've never known them to be anything but. Those bunnies and their unique power are the key to making this year's Hatchingtide festivities a rousing success. I beg of you, friend, follow those creatures. It may lead you to their fellow escapees. I'll do the same just as soon as I see to Master Pollen's wounds. Got beaten up by a chicken or a bunny. Wasn't able to make out where they were headed, but no doubt there was an eyewitness or two nearby. Pray gather what information you can and round up the little critters as best as you are able. We can rendezvous back in town with Jilly. Okay. We gotta find an eyewitness. Alright. Phew. Let's go. Anyone seen a rabbit or a chicken? Bewildered botanist. Hello. Well, that was a sight if I've ever seen one. Bizarre-looking bunnies and chickens racing by me as if possessed. They're headed over that way, towards New Gridania. Can only hope they don't cause too much of a stir in town. Yeah, let's go. Let's see. New Gridania. Oh boy. Okay, we can go through here. Here. Hello. Chickens and rabbits. They were headed for the Aetherite Plaza. Go after them if you like. The adders don't pay nearly enough for me to get mixed up in all this. Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, a bright-eyed girl. Chickens and rabbits? Oh, I saw a whole army of them running off to the Carline Canopy. Carline Canopy. Whee! Oh, I went too far. Hatchingtide helpmeet. How do they get around so fast on those tiny legs? I'm not cut out for this. What's that? They're where now? Good gods. Understood. I'll enlist the services of an able adventurer right away. Hello. Matron's teats. Don't sneak up on me like... Wait a moment. Are you perchance an adventurer? Nanoda sent you in search of the bunnies, you say? How fortuitous. That link protocol just now was from her, and she's tasked me with doing the very same. Just between you and me, however, I've yet to catch a single one. As I was running after them, their friends started showing up one after the next. Before I knew it, a veritable legion of them had hippity-hopped their way into the Twelveswood. I fear there's far too many of them for the two of us to handle alone. I'll go and call for reinforcements. Could I trouble you to go on ahead to the mirror planks? According to Nanoda, that's where they were last sighted. In the meantime, I'll do my best to rally others to our cause. Now go quickly, friend. The fate of this year's Hatchingtide hangs in the balance. Okay, there's a fate. Interesting. Well, what can go wrong? Complete the fate. Happiness is a warm bunny in the central shroud. Oh, I think the fate's already up. Well, I probably won't make it in time. Yeah, it's gonna get completed before I get there, but I can wait for the next one. Whee! It's very foggy. What is this? Oh boy. Okay. I have to wait for it to spawn once again. Oh, I saw some big chickens too. Oh boy. I don't remember how long it takes for the fate to spawn though. There's usually a NPC that you talk to start it. So it doesn't really matter what I'm on, right? Angry botanist. Yeah. So, let's see, going over the stuff we've learned today. The 12 are maybe gods? We're not entirely sure. We're not gonna find out until the next patch that has more Alliance raid in it. As for the MSQ, we still have more of it to do, but it looks like we're gonna try going into the void. Can't wait. The void is always a great and fun place every time we go in there. And that's about it. It seems like Vitra still misses his sister, which, you know, it's whatever. I'm so sad that we haven't seen, like, anything of Thancred. It's like, I don't really mind that we don't see the twins, because they had such a big role in Endwalker itself. Well, like, Thancred hasn't really done much. But I guess Y'shtola didn't really do anything in Endwalker, so they needed to give her some time in the spotlight this time, I guess. And I just want a happy, or I guess hatching bunny minion. I can't see. Yes. Little bunny. Look at it. That's so cute. Oh no, it's the Paisa mount. Nothing spooky. And I think its mount action is to summon a bunch of Paisa in a circle around it. Man. I know some people like the Paisa because it's like, it's so cute, it's creepy, I guess. Paisa's not for me. So, it is not for me at all. Oh, that reminds me, I need to do the role quests as well. Because there's more new content stuck behind that. But I've done 90% of Melee. I'm at the last quest for Melee. And then I can do all of the other ones. I just haven't. And I was told Melee is actually one of the better stories of it. And I'm just like, oh no. That does not bode well. Big dog. Big scary dog. Big chocobo too. Oh, it's the whale. Gotta run over. It's running around in the ice cream truck. I wonder what the timer is. People are asking. Seems pretty long for an event. Because usually the event fates are fairly fast. Because people have to do them sometimes multiple times. So it's kind of strange one hasn't respawned. But I guess there are a bunch of fates up right now. So possibly once whoever girls finishes up, it might spawn. Because I believe there's a limit on how many fates are allowed in a zone. So I guess we'll find out. Oh, we're almost done. Let's see. I don't think anyone's working on these other ones. Oh, yep. Here they come. Need to be ready. I don't even know if I've picked up any. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep hitting. Okay. Now we go back to Jilly Aliapol. We got 10 eggs. I wonder how many you need, because you get the minion regardless, because it's a quest reward. Oh, a cutscene. Oh, Jill, say no more. I've heard everything. My sincere apologies for all the trouble we had to put you through. But let it suffice to say your efforts have all but saved this year's Hatchingtide from disaster. Some stragglers are still running about, but we've captured the better part of both flocks. Nonoda, Master Pollen, and my colleagues should be able to round up the rest in due time. But there's even more good news. Seems the exercise went a long way to soothe our savage chickens. We've retrieved eggs in abundance to decorate. Nonoda, Master Pollen, allow me to thank you for your efforts as well. I was just sharing the happy tidings with Jell here. Wait, is this perchance one of the happy bunnies that were the source of this whole hullabaloo? Why, they truly are the spitting image of the little critters that came to me in my vision. Seeing how calm and well-behaved it is now, I can scarcely believe it gave you such trouble. Your other chickens are resting easy now, I gather? No worries there, Jilly, my dear. My birds have spent up all their nervous energy and are as relaxed now as I've ever seen them. Why, after their little spat, it even seems that they've come to a mutual understanding with their fluffy new friends. All's well that ends well, I guess. I'm happy to say that the rabbits, too, are now obeying our attendants with scarcely a peep of argument. And, wouldn't you know it, just before, one of them handed us this crystal. The crystal? Could it be? Why, they truly are the harbingers of happiness and good fortune. I have a good feeling about this, Jill. Do come back later so I can fill you in on the details, yes? Needless to say, I'll also have a special something for you as a token of thanks for your services. As for now, I must prepare for the festivities. In the meantime, could I trouble you to lead these little fellows through the streets and join them in handing out eggs to the townspeople? If my dreams are my guide, I'm sure it'll bring no end of smiles to one and all. Okay. Leave it to me? Well, aren't we all so eager? That's what I like to see. And with that, I'd best be putting the final decorative touches on those eggs. Whenever you're ready, just say the word. Okay. Is the bunny and the chicken gonna help me hand out eggs? Ready to start handing out some eggs? Lovely. In that case, here you go. Pray take our little friends along and spread happiness the whole city over. Okay. Where will you be handing out eggs? You can go to Nafika's altar. Why not? Oh, have some eggs. Oh no. Rabbits. Oh, I guess we're gonna talk to the rabbits. Greetings, Jill. It is always a pleasure to have you here in Gridania. And 'twould seem you've befriended some rather charming little helpers. Have egg. Why, what a lovely egg. How very kind of you. And there's the most toothsome-looking little cake inside. What? Do stop by the canopy when we finished here. I've a brew that will accompany it perfectly. What? I should enjoy that indeed. Jill, on behalf of all Gridania, allow me to thank you and your little colleagues for making this year's Hatchingtide so memorable. Once your work has concluded, I hope you'll have time to relax and take in the cheer of the season. You and your new friends are welcome to stop by for a cup of tea as well, should the mood strike you. Though I dare say you ought to claim a table sooner rather than later. These suites will draw adventurers by the droves. Okay, bye. That was Connie Senna, right? So that was her staff. Alright. Welcome back, Jill. How did you and your little friends fare? I'm fine. Splendid to hear. At first I feared that my dreams might bring only chaos and confusion to the realm this year, but thanks to you, I do believe we can declare this year's egg hunt a rousing success. Oh, but how could I forget? In recognition of your tireless efforts on our behalf, my fellow dreamers and I have prepared a very special Hatchingtide present just for you. Is it the bunny? Bunny minion? Bunny minion! Did I mention how I procured mammoths from the Goldsmiths Guild for the festivities? This is one of them. Sadly, it was completely lifeless from the moment of arrival. Seems its core had come loose and fallen out on the way here. But could you believe it? I slipped in that crystal the little bunny gave me, and in an instant its tail puffed up and it whirred back to life. I'm quite confident it'll bring its caretaker nothing but good fortune and smiles galore. And I would very much like that person to be you, Jel. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now that all the hard work is done, I do hope you'll have the chance to relax and enjoy the festivities for yourself. They've only just begun after all. Should you find yourself in the mood to help us hand out some more eggs, simply say the word. Oh, I need to get the eat egg emote, don't I? If fortune smiles upon you, you may even find yourself encountering individuals who were not present in your initial venture? Huh. Okay. Do I speak tea? No, there's an egg advocate. It's the eat egg emote. Okay. It's the basket I don't care about, a mobile I don't care about. That one I don't care about. But I already have 4, so I guess it doesn't hurt to grab one more. Or I guess 10 more. Egg. I can replay the gift-giving task. I'm good for... let's see. Sure. Oh, go to a new place. Whistling Miller. Do I know these people? Guess not. What? What are Biggs and Wedge doing here? Well, if it isn't Jel, fancy meeting you in a place like this. What have we here? A decorative egg with a tasty treat inside? Ha! Thanks, little fella. Don't mind if I do. Aren't you a cute one? And your fur is so soft and fluffy. Thank you kindly, Jel. Perhaps you're wondering what we're doing here? It's nothing so exciting, I'm afraid. Just performing routine maintenance on the airships. Normally, we'd send our new recruits, but Wedge here insisted we volunteer for the task ourselves. Stay home and miss Gridania's famous Hatchingtide egg hunt? Perish the thought. Speaking of which, just who are these little critters anyway? They're helpers. Whoa, so these are the happy bunnies rumored to lead those they favor to happiness and good fortune? What's that, little friend? Happiness lies that way. Could my dearest Tataru be here for the festivities too? I must go to her at once. Damn it, Wedge, come back here. Fool of a Lalafell. Best round him up so we can start the repairs he volunteered us for. Any road, thanks for the treats. I look forward to enjoying them with a cup of tea when our work is done. Till next time, Gel. Interesting. Okay, what if we go to the markets? Random adventures, okay. And they're both archers. Turn my head. Who's that? Oh. Is it Isumion? Is that his name? A decorated egg. For me. How how thoughtful. There's even a treat inside. Thank you ever so much. It is Isumion. Your efforts are sincerely appreciated. These seasonal celebrations bring so much joy to the children. And myself, I confess. Still, I must say, it's been years since I've seen a traveler rabbit in the flesh. Never would have expected to encounter one here. Traveler rabbit? What's that? That nomenclature is unfamiliar to you? Ah, in the north they're known more colloquially as happy bunnies, are they not? They're said to usher in smiles and good fortune. Before that, yes, since much older times, they were known as traveler rabbits. They have a habit of showing up at your side unannounced, then vanishing off somewhere before you know it. I recall seeing one in the Twelveswood when I was but a child. But forgive me, you have other places you must be. We can talk another time. Pray relax and enjoy the festivities when your work is done. My. Alright, then who's at the Botanist Guild? Yes. Hand out more eggs. Botanist Guild. Have egg. Okay, goodbye. Now, who do I see? A big bunny and a small bunny. Why, I dare say the wood used to fashion those decorations was among the finest I've ever laid eyes on. As always, your eye for quality timber is simply unparalleled. You're far too kind, Master my forest-loving, floppy-eared friend. Likewise, I have no doubt the wood rejoiced to find itself in the hands of one who understands it as well as you. Or should I say pause? Ha! Have eggs. Oh, if it isn't Jell, how good it is to see you well. An egg for me. And what a charming little fellow carrying it. I accept your gift with gratitude. How very clever you are, though I did hear a rumor of some concern. Yes, a little bird told me that creatures bearing no small resemblance to you were running wild through the streets of Gridania, trampling our precious greenery. And nibbling at the bark of our precious trees, a most disconcerting story if there's any truth to it. If my intuition is not mistaken, it appears the little creature is apologizing to us in its own way. Apologizing. Well, as long as you've learned your lesson, I do believe we can forgive and forget. Thank you for the thoughtful gift, and the happiest of Hatchingtides to you. And away we go. Okay. So we've done all of these. So if we go back to like Nafika's altar, will it be the same? Oh, don't skip. I'll skip if it's the same two bunnies and one chicken. But that looks like the same two that are at the beginning of the cutscene, so yeah, okay. So we're done giving out eggs, I guess. That's fine. That's about 11 anyways. So we will end it here. Let me be on the class I want to log out on, I suppose. Does anyone else do that? Or is it just me? Specifically log out on the class so you don't have to see your leveling class when you log in. Let's see, there's still like 2 days until I find out the results of the lottery system. But yeah, that is where we're going to end it for today. So, thank you for everyone who stopped in. I know it is not what was originally promised, but as I said at the beginning, things happen. So, what can you do? But tomorrow will still be Genshin, so we can, I assume, finish up the Hues of the Violet Garden event. And then past that, I don't know, because it is Easter weekend, so we'll see. We shall see. I don't think I have any plans, but, you know. But that is all I wanted to do today. So, thank you all so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Goodbye for now.